Hi, and welcome to Happy Fisherman Adventures.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.
Today's episode is all about black rock, and around the month of October, it's the best time to chase snapper around this area.
That's right. You can see actually in this month there is heaps of boats around. We're all in shallows, like you'll see in the video, we're only in 6 meters depth. You can get big snapper or you can get just nice sized pinkies. And the first video actually we had our friend Luke, who came from New Zealand, and we took him fishing, and he got himself a personal best snapper.
Enjoy the next video.
It is 28th of October 2018 and we left Altona boat ramp in chase for some snapper. First stop, it was our favorite spot, P2. This time on board with us we had Luke, Ovi's brother, who came from New Zealand to spend some time with his family. Luke does a lot of fishing in New Zealand and he absolutely loves spending time on the water. Sadly enough, P2 didn't deliver, so we were on the way to Black Rock. Here we fish in 6 meter depth. The ground here is rocky and lots of grass, so expect to get few snags. As we were waiting for a snapper run, we start getting lots of yakas. That kept us busy and we were quite happy catching them on light gear. Water was a bit murky, but lots of yakas all around. About 30 minutes in and we were on. Luke was on a nice snapper that took Reddy's paternoster rig loaded with a fresh yaka cube. At first, Luke was a bit scared not to lose this fish as he couldn't really trust my setup because it felt a bit light. 15-pound mono is what I have on that rod, and the reason for mono is because of the rocky ground. If you use braid in this area and the fish takes a run, it's goodbye Charlie. Luke did handle this fish properly and it took his time. Lots of people would try to tie up the drag, but that's a big no-no. As this fish got to the surface, it took another run, but then 30 seconds later we had it in the net. The smile on Luke's face was priceless. We took few pics and then back to business. We managed another smaller pinky later that took whole pilchard on unweighted rig, and that was all the snapper action for this day. In meantime, yakas everywhere. We did get few yakas to have fresh bite for our next adventure. Well, another great day on the water.
In the next video, we are still in October and TB and Jerry are chasing snapper at Black Rock.
This time, actually, yeah, we got some, we lost some. But the interesting part about this particular video, underwater we've seen yakka, we've seen actually even King George and that. No one pinky, no one snapper, but we were getting bites left, right and center with little pinkies, and yeah, we got some snapper. So yeah, let's watch this video. This video is from 23rd of October 2020. This time it's me and Jerry on the same spot at Black Rock in 6-meter depth. There were quite a few boats around, but we didn't see any action at all. As we mentioned before, expect few snags around this area, as there are few rocky structures all around. The ground is very healthy here, and quite few yakkas showed up pretty quick around our belly bucket. And we started getting some, and that was great because we use them for fresh bite. One rule we have, what comes up, it should go down. That's the best bite you can offer. In meantime, Jerry got the waterhoo, also called snotty trevally. Then a minute later, an undersized pinky. Interesting fact, we kept getting all these species, but on our camera I only seen yakkas. Small fish kept us busy, but at the same time we went through 2 bags of pilchard. Quite few were around 30 centimeters, but we still put them back. On the other hand, we did keep few yakkas for bite. My favorite way to use yakka is to cut the head off, which I would use on a paternoster rig, and then slice one side of the body and set that up on an unweighted snell rig. At this stage it started raining, but we were persistent. Then that sliced yakka took off, and finally we were on a keeper. This fish did few runs all around the boat. It wasn't very big fish, but he put up a nice fight. Then, a few minutes later, we managed to land this fish. Underwater, still only yakkas. Even we've been getting all these pinkies and all the other species, only yakkas were around the burley bucket. As Jerry got 2 small pinkies on a Snell rig, the big rod took off. This time he was definitely on a bigger fish than one before. And then somehow this fish managed to get away.
In the next video, you're going to see our underwater footage from Black Rock.
Yeah, interesting part about it is you can see King George whiting, you can see yakkas in millions, pikes, big school of pikes passing through, trevally, red mullet, but no pinky, no snapper.
In the next segment, we are going to reflect on some messages that we have received from our followers.
Enjoy. Okay, I'm going to show you quick how to clean scallop. So normally they come in the shell like this. They got a flat side and they got the curved side. Some people like to put a knife and cut the flat side. Others cut the curved. And I do the actual curved side, and I'll show you how it's done and how I clean it. So I'll get the camera zoomed in and have a look at this. So first thing first, we use a butter knife, which is quite blunt. We insert on the side of the scallop, which is this opening here. And as I work my way around it, you'll see it's gonna let go of the shell and it's gonna open in by itself. So I just push it in here, push it on top of the scallop. And as I hit this bit, have a look, it just let it go. So once you hit that bit in the back, it just lets it go. Then what we do, we get rid of all this waste because we're not going to use any of that. Clean up the shell because that's the shell we're going to use. So that's the shell we use later. We put our scallop in there, we put rice, we put garlic, whatever you want, it's your choice. Now the important part is to clean the waste. So I use a sharp knife on a 45 degrees and I get rid of, see this black stuff, I just cut that out like so. And now just peel it off all around the scallop. So you just peel it all around. And that is, we don't need that. That's a waste. That's rubbish. Okay. So once we got rid of that, completely, we get left over with this meat bit. That's the actual meat, the orange bit and the white bit that we actually eat. Then just scrape it off. Now that bit we get and we put it in this shell. And now you can put your rice, you can put your garlic, whatever you want to do. That's your clean scallop. Before we go, I would like to say a big thank you to everybody that bought our t-shirt, all our supporters, and yeah, people that send us messages, asking questions. If you got something and you want to see something or you want to know something, if we can help, we'll be there.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and we will see you next time.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.